To many hooligans, whether in Brussels, Oldham or elsewhere, the lure of violence once experienced is intense. And at Cardiff City, it was to test Sam Hammam's policy of rehabilitation in a very public way. The Cardiff City hooligans, the Soul Crew, have continued to be active this season. We filmed undercover as 100 or so were escorted by police to a match at Bristol City. Abuse was hurled at rival fans.
20 of you. It's not good.
And some were organising a fight with the Bristol hooligans.
And you've got 20 boys on your right-hand side. So have a look. Just have a look. All right, we'll have a look. All right, we'll have a look.
For some, the match at Bristol City's ground was simply a brief lull before the coming fight. What followed was depressingly inevitable. Watching nearby was one of Hammam's associates, Anis Abraham, the millionaire seen throwing a punch in Brussels. His colleague had just been in the fray. He commented on the night's events.
They had a good goal then, so I give them credit.
You're creating an atmosphere where serious problems can develop. And it's no accident that since Euro 2000, some of the most serious incidents on the mainland of Britain have been with Cardiff City Football Club, and that the largest number of hooligans that can be turned out probably sometimes is Cardiff City Football Club.
It's the weekend after Christmas, and Bristol City fans have travelled to Cardiff's ground for the return match. Inside Ninian Park, the atmosphere was heated. Cardiff fans threw coins and bottles filled with urine. Missiles were thrown back.
There are missiles being thrown throughout the game, and I'm not naive enough to know that we weren't dispatching some ourselves or throwing back what came. But again, speaking to the fans that were there, they felt they were under constant barrage of missiles.
Cardiff went 3-1 down. And the atmosphere became more vicious. Cardiff fans broke up chairs to throw at the Bristol supporters. Then hurled racist abuse.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
But the Cardiff City stewards ignored both criminal offences. Instead, they shared jokes with one supporter about throwing chairs.
Yes.
At the end of the match, Cardiff hooligans invited their Bristol counterparts to fight outside.
You don't go to any away ground where there's rivalry between the teams without expecting a few insults. That goes with the patch, but this went beyond that in a large way. And the sheer volume of coins, and then in the car park, the stones that were thrown around.
Police tried to clear the car park, but a mob confronted them.
Put your sticks down! And let's fucking have it!
At the front, chanting Soul Crew, was Di Thomas, the former Cardiff City footballer turned hooligan. And the Cardiff hooligans weren't afraid to attack the police. A vicious battle followed. A club photographer was knocked unconscious. Some fans tried to help him.
He's not fucking old Bill, you twat! He's coming back!
Fighting spilled into the streets. Bottles and bricks were hurled. Around 100 cars were damaged. But apart from our own, there were no TV cameras, so the events were never reported. Just a week later, the national press did descend on Ninian Park to see Leeds United, then top of the Premier League, play Cardiff in the FA Cup. Hammam seemed delighted the match was being played at Cardiff's ground, comparing its atmosphere to others notorious for violence.
It's better for us to play them at Ninian because the intimidatory factor will be so big. It's a huge, huge advantage. I mean, any teams that come here will tell you what the atmosphere is like. It's a bit like the old den at Millwall, except 10 times more.
If that's what he said, that's just totally irresponsible. Somebody like that, after making those comments and after seeing what's happened, shouldn't be allowed to work in football. If there is any justice in the world, then he's just totally undermined all the hard work, difficult work done by all the good football clubs, and there are plenty of those, and encouraged a lot of the worst part of football to think, hey, we're all right now, we're being supported.
On match day, many Leeds fans had little idea what awaited them.
As soon as we got in there, I could hear screaming, shouting. It was just a complete atmosphere of tension, that's why I put it. It was just horrible.
Before kick-off, Hammam went to the visiting supporters' end with his bodyguard, the convicted hooligan. He raised a placard saying, "Welcome Leeds." Coins were thrown back. Some Cardiff fans hurled abuse.
The Cardiff fans were extremely close to us as well. I thought, oh, I don't like this, this is a bit scary. And also within minutes there was things being thrown. We had coins coming over and bottles and all sorts of things. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, oh, they're going to stop that in a minute. They're going to go in and they're going to stop it. But they didn't. There was bottles coming over, screwed up tin cans like this, so they were very sharp. They were being thrown. I got hit at least 5 times by coins.
After an early Leeds goal, Cardiff equalised. Leeds fans were pelted with bottles and coins, as was the referee. The match was briefly stopped.
One man came over to us with a little boy. He said, "I'm being hit from that side." I said, "Well, don't stand next to me because I've been hit at least 5 times. And he said, "Well, what am I going to do?" This little boy was really crying. He was upset. He was terrified.
And into this maelstrom, Hammam stepped forward again, walking past the Leeds fans with his bodyguard. Again he was pelted. With minutes to go, Cardiff scored their winning goal. An incredible act of giant killing. Some Leeds hooligans attempted to break out of the ground to confront Cardiff supporters. But the police line held. Cardiff fans wanted to join their chairman on the pitch.
When the final whistle went, we could see all the Cardiff fans just jumping over the fences, jumping over the barriers, and then finally they opened the gates and just let them out.
Many went straight for the Leeds end. A mass brawl with Leeds fans was only averted by the fact that Ninian Park still has fencing, and by a forceful police intervention.
It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. All sorts of kids crying, screaming.